celebrating this week. I am really excited to be back and give y'all a little glimpse, give y'all a little something something into the Glow Up Showcase. Okay, so I have been really in my bag lately when it comes to just really showing y'all behind the scenes of what I do and how I do it, right? And I really cannot stress enough how the things that I show y'all, like this is real shit. These aren't just what ifs or scenarios, right? These are truly things that either I actively use in my business or my clients actively use in theirs, right? So today I am giving y'all a little peek into the magic that I have created. And really show you behind the scenes of a recent glow up client who put me to work. Okay. He made sure that look, you told me you're gonna do these things for me. Let me see. So when we kicked off after our call, Jamar's exact words were, I feel like everything has been taken off of my shoulders, right? And not to toot my own horn, but I do hear this a lot with my clients because I am a true done for you girly, right? And a lot of y'all that are here or watching or catching the replay or whatever, you may be in a very similar situation that Jamar was in, right? You are a high achiever, business is booming, and you are so used to doing all of the things, wearing all of the hats, being everything for everybody, right? And not to say that's a bad thing, but at some point that shit gets real heavy, right? You know, heavy is the head. Or if you're here today, you might just be nosy. And you're just like, I just want to see what Ashley and Jamar do. And that's okay too. But if we have not yet met, I'm Ashley, your favorite systems pro, the face behind solution integrators. And I really just enjoy keeping shit simple. I really enjoy supporting solo and lean business owners. And I also love supporting agency owners as well. And really just creating systems and creating processes that support you just as much as you support your clients, right? So with the glow up, the very first thing I do before I hop into Jamar's magic is talk to y'all about what a glow up actually is, right? So a glow up is a true custom experience, and I can't say that enough. Every single client that books a glow up is going to get a full custom experience for what you need when you need it, right? I take the time to step into your business to understand your strategy, understand the method behind the madness before we go changing shit. But really understand, like, hey, what do I want to do? Like, what do I want to remove from my business? What do I want to do better when it comes to how I deliver my offers, right? And I take the time to understand what slows you down, and then create a custom plan that fits you, that fits how you want to work, that fits your capacity, that fits your goals. I am never going to force you into a tool. Okay. This is a true tool agnostic offer, right? Yes, there are tools that I love and use in my own business, but I am never going to force you to use that shit, right? If you like, look, Ashley, I tried ClickUp, it ain't clicking, that's fine, right? I will present you with some options and we gonna roll with it, okay? And so again, this is truly custom for what you need, when exactly you need it, whatever those big picture visions or goals are for you and your business, right? And then this really is a way for me to kind of bring everything together in your business. So a lot of y'all may have a lot of different tools. You may, be using a variety of different things, have processes here. I have this offer that I love that I want to deliver, and I have this thing here, and that's fine. But sometimes you just need a simple way to bring it all together, right? Whether that's Airtable hubs that, you can document, your SOPs or the method behind your madness, whether it's Honeybook or Dubsado workflows and processes that work without you, right? Whether it's a project management space that you'll actually use to track tasks and track a future team, right? Anything that I can do to help you eliminate clicks, eliminate the anxiety that you may have when it comes to delivering offers, growing your business. I want to be able to provide you with a simple structure that just brings all of that together so that you can consistently show up and serve your clients, right? And then really a glow up is will allow you to not just focus on creating systems, creating processes that work now, but as you grow, right? I don't ever want to build something that only works for right now. I want you to be able to say, hey, if I want to add new offers, or I want to hire people, or I want to do whatever the fuck I want to do with my business, I want these things to be able to grow with you and be sustainable for that growth too, right? And all of that's done in 3 weeks. So, yes, all of it. We kick off, we do the work. I come up with the strategy, I come up with the plan, I go do the work. It's done in 3 weeks. I mean, you can't beat that. Now, when Jamar came to me, before I get there, I really want to break y'all free from the thinking of you have to be struggling to get help, right? That's not the case. When Jamar came to me, shit was popping, okay? Jamar had a thriving membership, or has a thriving membership. He was in the middle of a launch. He did his first challenge. He was in the middle of a launch for that challenge. He had just signed a really large consulting client, and really wanted to be able to make sure that, the same way that he shows up and serves his membership clients, he needs to be able to do that for consulting, right? Once upon a time, Jamar did, YouTube management. He was in that one-to-one space. He's transitioned to membership, but still supports all the girlies, right? So, hey, how can I make sure that my clients are served no matter what type of offer I'm delivering, right? Then Jamar came to the realization that he needed a EA. And so I wanted to make sure that I'm able to help him, that I'm able to support him and support this future team member in any capacity, right? So I didn't want to just give him, all of these things. Well, I would say a lot of times when y'all go to hire, you are like, okay, I'm hiring a person, I'm going to delegate all these things, and then that person is either struggling to figure it out and you take it as it being a person problem without realizing, like, maybe you're handing them a mess, right? So I wanted to be able to empower this future EA just as much as I'm empowering Jamar, right? I wanted to say, okay, what can we remove? What can we automate so that a human doesn't have to do it if they don't have to, right? How can we make things as easy as possible for this future EA to serve you, support you, right? That's the whole point of hiring a person. And then I really wanted to make sure that we had a way for Jamar to really work in his zone. He creates pop-up offers when, hey, I want to do YouTube intensives, or I want to do YouTube audits, right? I didn't want Jamar to have to stop and take the time to go into Dubsado and create another proposal, and then I got to tweak some workflows, and I got to hop over here and do this. I wanted Jamar to be able to show up and sell, and that's it, right? So I have Jamar's full permission to show you all of the things. So after we got off our call, I came up with the plan. That plan consisted of 33 custom deliverables, okay? And truly, these are all the different things that Jamar said I really want to do. I want to have an affiliate access space. I want to make sure I can track recurring revenue. I need to be able to track my analytics for my challenges. I want a consulting Airtable interface. I want all the things, right? And I said, I got you. Because that's truly what this experience is, implementation done for you. I am never going to just say, oh yeah, it would be really good if you had that Airtable interface. Let me know when you're done with that. What's the point? You are paying me to do the things. So allow me to do the things. And then I was really excited that Jamar was actually in the middle of a launch, right? He had just launched the Leads on Repeat challenge. And so this allowed us to really pressure test a lot of things. With the glow up after implementation, you do get support. But this really allowed us to say, in the moment, cool, what else do we need to go do, right? And I'm sure that 33 probably grew a little longer. But after our initial plan, we came up with 33, okay? So I have Jamar's permission to show his stuff. So I'm actually going to hop over to Airtable first. And I have blurred out his stuff because I know y'all nosy. I know y'all will want to be zooming in ooh, who is this? What client is this? Right? So as I mentioned, Jamar was in the middle of a launch, right? And the last thing that you need to be worried about during a launch is trying to calculate numbers, trying to export data from ThriveCart, run some pivot tables, whatever. I wanted to make sure Jamar was able to see how much money am I making, because that's what you care about, right? With this challenge, he was then opening the door to Low Lift Club, right? He was doing a push for, activation into the membership. So I wanted him to quickly be able to say, how many people have signed up for this signature event, right? How many people snagged my order bumps? And then how many of those people converted to Low Lift, right? And then where did those people come from? One of the things that I think is always helpful is being able to see like leads at the day, right? When he opened up that challenge, the girlies came running, right? Like that's important to see so that you are able to kind of focus your marketing on what worked, what didn't work, right? And then, of course, from there, being able to say how many members enrolled, what type of payment plans, where did the money, how much money did I make, all of the things. I wanted Jamar to be able to show up and sell in his own unique way and not have to worry about, okay, well, where am I at so far, right? And it's that not having to operate on gut feeling, right? It's your ability to operate on facts because the data's there. In any future campaigns, he can quickly and easily see that information at a glance. The automations are set up to pull in. He has SOPs for, hey, when I want to run another challenge or when I want to do another whatever, this is how we go do that, right? This is what I need to make sure I set up in my ThriveCart checkout, and the Zap's going to take care of the rest, right? Another thing that I really wanted Jamar to get in the habit of is writing content in like a single place. So, with the different content, again, Jamar was doing all the things himself. He hopping in the kit and writing the emails, right? I wanted a single place for Jamar to create emails, emails for his affiliates, which I'll talk about in a minute, Instagram content, you name it, and then quickly push a button that sends it off to his EA to go schedule it, right? The EA doesn't have to go searching for all the things in that task. So it's not just the email to the EA, it's the email to ClickUp to create a task for the EA. It includes the information about the content, a link to the content, all the things, right? Jamar's able to link this to a launch so he can go back and see, hey, what emails did I send for this launch? What emails did I send for a particular offer, right? And then he's able to one of this was really important for him in terms of social proof, right? He's getting people, dropping threads about things that they loved about the challenge and things in the Zoom chat, whatever. He wanted a really quick and easy way to document social proof but then reuse it. So hey, I can go create these things. I can say what type of social proof it is, upload attachments, tie it to a launch. But then when he's writing content, he can quickly say, hey, let me pull in the screenshot from the Leads on Repeat challenge in October, right? So again, everything being in a consistent and easy place for him to access, right? This is just one example. Jamar loves Airtable. I am an Airtable fan. So why not build this in a place that he's already in already, right? His membership hub is inside of Airtable. Well, let's just hop on over to your content hub and write your content, right? But again, making it easy for him to click a button to create new records, create new content on the fly. Now, one thing that I added was for his affiliates. Now, when a affiliate joins, your affiliate or partner program, like yes, you may be sending out emails. I don't think Jamar sent out any yet. Side eye. But when he does, he can click to say, yep, this is a email from my affiliates. So if let's say he sent that email out today, but I joined his partner program next week, inside of his partner hub, that I'll hop on over here. Inside of this partner hub, his partners are able to see all of those updates, right? So whether I joined today and it was a message or an update from a week ago, Jamar says he's working on it. It was a email or update from a week ago, right? Your partners are able to click in and see that information. Partners are able to click in and see the launches that he's planning in his launch hub, right? He doesn't have to update things in multiple places. He updates his launches. He provides swap swipe copy, promo timelines, all of the things, and that becomes visible on this interface for any of his partners to reference, right? When it comes to partner payouts and doing all of the things, Jamar is able to see at a glance, here's how many active partners I have. Here's how many sales they brought in. Here's who their latest referral was. This is how much, I've paid out lifetime, right? Because I believe in the power of creating a community of people that want to sell your shit for you, right? So, making it super, super easy. Yes, Jamar has ThriveCart for affiliates, but when somebody signs up, they're dropped in here. When a payment is, or when a commission is earned, it'll drop in here so that he can, plan payouts accordingly, do all of the things when he needs it, however he needs it for his team to go do it, right? Now, we got the planning part down, launches, being able to see the people. Okay, well, now once these people are actually inside of the membership, something that Jamar has is bonuses. Jamar loves a good bonus, right? Because who doesn't love a bonus? He loves a good skip the line bonus, right? You want to just forget everything else, come on in here and I'm going to give you a little something, something. So Jamar already had a client hub, a membership hub that he was using, and it's working well. So we just added on to that, right? So when somebody books, I set up automations between Airtable and Zapier for Jamar to say, okay, this is the bonus that they get. How much support? Do they get a ClickUp chat support? Do they get an intensive? Do they get multiple intensives? If they get ClickUp chat support, this is when that bonus ends, right? Very simple structure, real clear cut. Um, okay, cool. Ashley just booked. This is her level of support, and this is her membership, or this is when her bonus ends for this level of support, right? So now what will happen is inside of Zapier, all of the things will happen for him. So if he says, hey, Ashley gets 30 days of support, then this Zap will run to create the ClickUp channel. So he was using Slack before. ClickUp has a very similar structure for chat and channels that Slack does, but not as annoying as Slack. And so this is going to create the Slack channel for him. It's going to update the record with their ClickUp chat ID. And then it's going to post in the ClickUp channel for him, hey, welcome, blah, 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 blah. And then him and his team will get notified, hey, Ashley's ClickUp channel was just added. Go review it. Go add Ashley to it. You good, right? Now, if he said, hey, this person gets a YouTube intensive, then we use Acuity to add them to Acuity, create the package, update the record, send the email off to the client of like, hey, I'm so excited you're here. Go book your bonus. Here's the link, all of the things, right? And so again, this gives Jamar the flexibility to expand how he delivers bonuses, whether it's, ClickUp chat and an intensive, right? Whatever. But he doesn't have to do anything other than say, yep, Ashley gets this bonus and this is when it ends. That's it. This automation does all the other things for him. Now, one of the things that he challenged me to do was to create a way for, okay, when their support ends, so you get 30 days. On day 30, we want to be able to send a message to that particular ClickUp chat channel, right? That says, hey, your chat is ending, all of the things. But I want to make sure that it sends appropriately, right? Maybe, Jamar and the client decided like, oh, we're going to go through the weekend because it was a holiday, whatever. So we built in a way to allow Jamar to approve sending this message before it gets to the client, right? But again, it's one thing that he doesn't have to think about. He doesn't have to worry about clients getting access way longer than they should, right? He's getting a task, and his team, hey, Ashley's ClickUp chat support ends today. He gets the email. He says, yep, go ahead and send Ashley that message. It sends it, and then that's that, right? It's one less thing that he has to think about. Could a VA do this? Absolutely. But now a VA doesn't have to. right? You don't have to pay a VA for this time. Your VA is doing other things to better support you, to support your clients in your community, responding to the emails. They don't have to worry about removing Ashley from a ClickUp chat or telling Ashley her support is ending, right? Your automation is doing that for you. Okay. Now, one of the other things that I mentioned that was really, really important to Jamar is his consulting clients. So, yes, Jamar has Low Lift Club, it's popping, but also his consulting work is popping, okay? So, he had just signed a really large client and wanted a way to really easily see everything that he needed to see for that client, right? And so then he's using Airtable for his membership. He's using it to, he has client profiles, keeping their information there. Well, let's have a similar, maybe more robust way of managing your consulting clients too. So everything that he needs to track about the client is here. When the client submits new requests, that's here. They can comment on those. When he does, reviews for his client, he can submit those here. He can click a button, add a review, add call replay notes. When he delivers their monthly reports, he can click a button and add all of that right here, right? So it's all in one single place. When after a call or monthly, when he does certain things, he can click a button. It says send deliverables. It'll create a task for his EA with exactly what the EA needs to know and see and care about and what they need to do, right? Upload call replays, right? So we are making it, it's not just being notified when they care about things, but it's being notified with the right damn actions, right? Upload call replay. Well, what call? When was the call? Where is the replay? Right? These are things that we don't want a person to have to go hunt down. I want to empower you and your team to support you in the easiest way, right? Again, even if you don't have a team, I want to empower you so that you're not clicking all over the place to go find these damn links, go figure out what it is you need to do, right? We also made sure that the client had a clear and consistent way of viewing all of this information too, right? So everything that Jamar is managing internally for reviews, call replays, monthly reports, the client has a very quick and easy Airtable view that they can access at any time. When they need to submit a new review, they can. When they want to review all reviews and Jamar's feedback, they can. The monthly reports, they can. Call replays, all of it is right here for him, for his clients at any time. Okay. Because again, we want systems that support your clients, but we want systems that support you just as much. Okay. And then one of the biggest things, I say it's the biggest thing. I don't know if Jamar will agree, but it was creating a clear way, a simple way for him to use ClickUp. Okay. Now, Jamar's had ClickUp for years. Was Jamar using ClickUp? No. Or he wasn't using it well, okay? So I am a firm believer. I will talk, all day about the best thing about ClickUp is how highly customizable it is. The worst thing about ClickUp is how highly customizable it is, okay? I believe in a very simple structure. I am very anti 90% of the ClickUp templates that are out here in this world because they're overly fucking complicated. Okay. So I said, what do you need to do? You need to track tasks. You need to track SOPs and you need to track client information. That's it. Okay. We don't need a folder for all clients. We don't need a list for all of these one-off things. You have a single list that you track your operational tasks for you and for your team. Okay. Jamar doesn't need a list, and then his EA doesn't need a list. We have a single list that allows you to easily delegate things, right? So if Jamar wanted to quickly change the assignee on this, he could. He didn't have to move this to another list because Montana shit's over here on another list. Right? So we created a simple way. Those automations and notifications that I showed in Airtable come here. So they're in a single place, right? Jamar's SOPs was really, really, really big. So I talked a lot about his pop-up offers, right? And let me see. Let me make sure it ain't nothing crazy in here. I don't think so. But so for example, a YouTube audit. When Jamar decides, hey, I want to do a YouTube audit, pop-up offer, cool. Well, how can Montana know? How can Montana be confident in saying, okay, what needs to happen, right? I've documented in an SOP format like what happens from a client's perspective, the shit Jamar and team need to care about. When you want to do a pop-up offer, use this proposal, right? This is the Dubsado workflow that's triggering. These are the zaps that would trigger for this offer. The client's going to be sent this YouTube questionnaire, right? Now, when you're done with all the things, go update their information here, etc. Right? He has this full SOP now for all of his pop-up offers, and he doesn't have to worry about re-explaining it to Montana every single time he does a YouTube audit, right? Instead, hey, we got this SOP. We gonna work from this, right? And usually what I always recommend is when it's time to create a new launch, create a new offer, or not really a new offer, but let's say you're launching an offer, go find that SOP, duplicate it, put it over in your daily task, and then you work from that, right? One of the ones, let's see if I can find it, that I thought was really, really good was his challenge prep. Jamar was doing all of this by himself. He was doing all of these things by himself, right? So I literally on our call, I said, Jamar, just tell me what you do. Tell me what you do inside of this challenge, right? And I'm going to document it. And so that's exactly what we did. And so now, anytime in the future, when Jamar decides to run a challenge, they can duplicate this exact SOP that has a full checklist, put it over in the daily task list, and then work from it, right? It's inclusive of links that he needs to care about, instructions, whatever, things that you need to make sure is done for emails and things that needs to be done in, ThriveCart, whatever. But again, it's not just, even if Jamar was by himself, right? I want to make sure that he's able to repeat the success, right? Like he did so many great things for prepping and launching his challenge. Well, once he wants to do it again next year, how can we repeat that, right? So by having a clear SOP in place. And so that's how I always love using SOPs inside of a ClickUp or Asana or whatever. My philosophy on SOPs is that if you make it a task, make a task for the SOP, right? So that you can be triggered to review it. So once this is marked to up to date, the due date kicks out to 6 months from now. So that if he decides to change part of the process, he can go update this SOP. And it's not just static and out of date and all the things, right? Another thing that was really, really good inside of here, let me go to here. So one thing that was really, really good for ClickUp. So Jamar recently, or he used to use Slack for all notifications, right? So you know how you have Slack channels? Well, we created channels for, his Lola Club updates. He created an ambassadors program, right? Well, instead of creating a circle workspace, now we have a channel inside of ClickUp where all of the ambassadors can talk. Whenever, he sends out engagement emails to his members that, might have ghosted for a while or haven't been as active, the ambassadors get notified, right? So this is all just another way to fully integrate everything that he's already doing. It notifies him, his ambassadors, or his team to care about the things that they need to care about. Okay. Now, everything that I've showed here is again custom to Jamar, how Jamar works, how Jamar does his thing. I have several different clients across several different industries, and it's again always so important to me to understand the method behind the madness. I always want to know how you do what you do, why you do it that way. But I'm gonna give you the strategy. I'm not just gonna go implement some shit. If I think it don't make no sense, I'm gonna tell you it don't make no sense. Okay. And we're gonna come up with a plan of attack. Now, this exact glow up that I've talked through is going to be on sale starting Friday. And I have truly never discounted this offer, this offer, especially not for no damn $1,000 off. So, starting on Friday, you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday to get in with the getting in. Okay, this offer is going to be $1,000 off. And everything that I showed that's possible, we can do for you. But again, it's going to be custom to you and how you work. Okay. I'm going to drop the link here. You can always come back and watch this video, but I talked through what's included. We're going to hop on a call. You tell me all the things. Okay. Just give me all the info. Give me all the deets. Tell me what you need. And then I go create the plan and I go implement the plan. I don't just give you back a plan and say, hey, good luck. This is not a done with you offer. This is a done for you. I do the work. Okay. With this promotion, there is no cap on the scope of work that I do. Whether it's 15 or it's 50 custom deliverables, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to document the things, and you can get all of this for $4,000. Okay. I do have down below listed all of my upcoming available project dates. So you get $1,000 off of the offer. It's $1,000 to book it. You pick your date. These are 2026 dates. I also show you when your next two payments would be due. So if you book it this weekend, your remaining payments aren't due till 2026. Okay. So you get the option to pick your date, all of the things. You can go out as far as April, but I'm very transparent on when we kick off, when we implement, when your money's due. Okay. I will drop this link here. You can be notified when the sale drops. Of course, I'm going to be talking all about it on the socials and all the things. But yeah, I'm going to need y'all to come on, get in. If y'all have any questions, drop them in the chat. I don't see any questions yet. I come up with everything. Thank you, Olivia. I'll be trying. I try to come up with everything. But let me know what questions y'all have. Of course, don't hesitate to hop in my DMs. Like, oh, Ashley, okay, I saw you did this for Jamar, but I'm a little different. Would this work for me? I'm gonna tell you the truth, okay? Oh, hey, I use these tools. This is a true tool agnostic offer. Again, there are tools that I love and I use in my business, but I am never gonna force you into any tool, right? I've had clients that use Jobber, that use Notion, iRoll, but if it works for you, it works for you, right? They use Honeybook, they use Dubsado, they use Asana, they use Trello, they use Monday, they use Basecamp, they use HubSpot, Softer, Circle, Mighty Networks, another iRoll. But again, I am not going to force you into a tool one way or another, okay? I want you to have systems that support you just as much as you support your clients, okay? So again, if y'all have questions, y'all know where to find me. Drop them in the comments, drop them in my DMs, whatever. But I'm so excited to support y'all in this sale. If you have questions, let me know.